Greetings everybody from Purple Shamrock Farm. In this edition we are going to be getting our meat birds. So we're going to show you how we set up our setup for the meat birds. It's not that everybody has to do this. There's no absolute right way or absolute wrong way. The only way you could do it absolutely wrong is not to have any heat for them or any food or any water. But the birds are coming from Myra Hatchery over in Polk, Ohio. We are located about 4 to 6 hours away from that. So they were shipped out yesterday morning. So that would have been Tuesday morning. Today is Wednesday, so they're still in transit. And my guess is if it follows what it's always done in the past, the post office will be calling me at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning to say, come get this box of peeping birds. They're driving us crazy. So let us show you what we do for our brooder setup. For such a large amount of birds, we are actually going to get 50 birds this time, 50 Cornish cross. And I'll share with you a little bit too on what we use for the birds when they come to us. Usually they're pretty exhausted. They've been traveling quite a while. As it always stands, there's a freeze this evening. So that's a little worrisome for us because they're somewhere on a loading dock and it's cold tonight. So hopefully they all do all right. We always split our order with a friend, which is a nice tip for those of you out there that are looking to raise your own meat poultry or poultry in general, whether it be laying hens or whatever. But get together with a couple chicken friends and you can split the order. It costs a lot less. And it's really no other hassle. So only one shipment has to be picked up from the post office. You save on shipping and it's just super easy. So let us show you, like I said, what our brooder setup is. I went on ahead and set it up this evening. Kind of missed the mixture part and all that, but I'll tell you what we put into our stuff. So let's take a look. So what I have here is a larger brooder box. I actually got this from Amazon a couple years ago. It was a brown color. It's wooden, and I painted it with Kills to seal it, to waterproof it. Actually, you're going to see our dog, one of our dogs here, Pokita. Hello, Pokita. Yes, Pokita likes to guard the chicks when they come. But anyway, so what we have here, like I said, it is wooden. It raises up like this. It folds up very nice and compact. The way we've got it here in the basement is not what I would have ideally wanted. It's not on a tarp, mainly because I just didn't have the time to clean the tarp this evening. Because we're in a hurry. And the bedding, what we've found is that there is a shortage right now of pine shavings bedding, which I'm not sure why. Stay tuned on that. Anyway, so what we ended up using is it's called a Better bedding from Beck's. It's a hybrid, or not hybrid, it's a corn cob. So as you can see here, we can raise and lower our heat lamp. We do use a heat lamp for the birds. It's something that I've used since I started raising them. I've got it nicely secured up here with a cable tie on the hinge that's actually attached to the lamp. Don't ever use those clamps that come with those heat lamps. They don't hold. You'll hear that more often than not. But what I can do here is pull this up to let you get a good look at the bedding there. It's just crushed corn cob. So we'll see how that does. Like I said, it's kind of the only choice I have right now since we are in a apparently regional or maybe nationwide bedding shortage. So who knows? Over here, like I said, because we are getting 50 birds this time, normally I just use a little quart feeder for the water and that, but because we are getting 50, I have a gallon waterer here. And I have a 5-pound feed, I believe that, no, that's the 3-pound feeder there. Just your traditional chick starter. We don't use medicated for a couple reasons. One, because we just don't like it. We're going to use these for meat birds, so I'd prefer not to put any antibiotics whatsoever in their feed. And Also, what we've discovered is as long as we keep things nice and clean for the chicks, our risk of coccidiosis, which is why you would get medicated in the first place, is very low. So that being said, another preventative, what we do here with the water, I only do this on the first day that they are here, but what it is it's a mixture of 1 tablespoon to every 4 quarts of apple cider vinegar. We use the Bragg's brand of apple cider vinegar. It's got the mother in it. And we also use 1 tablespoon of sugar per quart. And like I said, we only do this on the first day. Just gives them a little bit of a boost from their travel. What they'll do when they come, we'll dip their beaks in. I'm sure you've seen that in other videos. We'll show you that process when they come in. But we dip their beaks in. They'll take a drink, probably discover the nice warmth of the heat lamp there, which acts as mother hen, and go straight to sleep. So when they come tomorrow morning, we'll show you that, and they will be peeping very loudly, mainly because they are hungry and they are cold. And so we will share with you in the morning. So hang with us. So it's the morning of the day that the chicks are going to arrive. And just like any new mother, anxious mother, I am up with the chickens. Actually, I think some of our chickens are still asleep in the barn. I haven't heard any crowing down there. But I am dressed and ready to go, which is so rare for me. Usually I'm doing morning chores in my pajamas. But I am ready to get that call from the post office. It's just a tiny bit before 7 a.m. right now. Usually the post office calls right after 7 a.m., so that must be when their shifts start. But I will be getting a call here very shortly from the post office, and then driving in and picking up the chicks. So we're just anxiously awaiting that phone call.
While we're waiting for our chicks to arrive, morning chores have to continue no matter what. Look at that beautiful sunrise.
I am hurrying up and waiting. I just called the post office because it is almost 7:30 this morning and no call from the post office. I was told that the chicks didn't come in on the truck this morning, so hopefully they'll come this afternoon. I'm getting a little concerned because it's been 2 days since they hatched, and chicks have to have food and water within 3 days of them hatching. Yesterday, when I was at the farm store, I was talking to the cashier, and she informed me just recently of an issue that she had where chicks she had ordered had sat on a postal loading dock for 5 days before they finally got to the right location. She was trying to track the shipment the entire time, and finally was able to get that. Of course, when the chicks arrived, they were all deceased. So what I have now, I'm waiting on 100 chicks to arrive, and just really hoping they're on that shipment this afternoon, because if they're not, I'm going to be on the phone calling, trying to figure out where in the world this box is. So the more I hear about things going wrong with the postal service and things like that, the more I think maybe I just need to make the 6-hour trip to Polk, Ohio, pick them up from the hatchery myself, and then that way I can ensure that they are kept in a warm vehicle and they get here on time. So that would be a 13, 14-hour commitment on my part, but it would ensure that things get here in a timely manner and arrive alive. Just really frustrated right now. So I am hopeful that this afternoon we will get a call from the post office and they will say the chicks are there. I'm not happy about that. It's way beyond what I would prefer, but hopefully that's the case. So it is about 7:15 on the day after we were supposed to receive the chicks. And I finally got a call from the post office to let me know that they've just arrived.
I didn't hear the chicks peeping in the background, so that does worry me a bit. But anyway, I literally just jumped straight out of bed and am hurrying as quickly as I possibly can to get down here to the post office. I have no idea what I'm going to run into when I pick those chicks up. But I'm hopeful the amount of deceased are very small. We'll be contacting the hatchery to see about replacement, depending on how many we've lost. But, I mean, we're almost at the critical 72-hour mark here, so not to say that some chicks couldn't push beyond it, but, you know, these things are very, very fragile when they come in the mail, and this time of year is a really hard time of the year to ship them anyway, so I'm really hopeful that we can save as many as we possibly can, so stay tuned. Yeah. So that was a super fast trip into the post office, and the heat is blasting right now in the car as much as possible to try to warm these guys up. But at least I'm hearing some peeping, so I have no idea. Many have survived, or how many, you know, are near death or whatever, but we'll check that out in a little bit here. We're just going to get them home first because we got to get critical water and food on board for these guys. According to the tracking, seeing that they were shipped to Pennsylvania, that's really bizarre. So anyway, hang tight. We're going to drive back home and get these guys out of the box, see what we're dealing with. Please be alive. I know. So we've got them unloaded. Got them in their brooder box right now. At my at the bottom of your screen here, I have 3 little chicks that are critical. So I'm trying to warm them up, giving them some extra attention. Unfortunately, in the box we found 18 deceased. If these 3 go, that'll be 21. I'm just really frustrated with the Postal Service right now. I don't know why they were shipped over to Pennsylvania. I don't know why they then came back this way. You know, you don't know. So anyway, I tried to put some Nutri-Drench in these guys' gullets to try to help boost them a little bit. Again, right now, it's just trying to get their body temperature up. They are so cold. So I've realized that since I've got 100 chicks, I'm going to run down to the barn and get another heat lamp so that I've got 2 of them up there so that everybody has plenty of heat to go around. And I did notice some of the chicks eating and drinking, or drinking at least, so that's good. These 3, I just don't know. I don't know if they're going to make it or not, but, you know, we'll give a day or so, and obviously our house animals are very interested in these chicks. But we'll give it a day or so, and I will be contacting Meijer, hopefully to get a refund or replacement. Right now, you know, like I said, these 3, they are very critical. They're slowly perking up. You know, I may end up saving 1, and I just don't know. It's, really hard to say. Chicks are super fragile when they're born. We're going to continue to give these guys some extra extra TLC here and see what we can do. Hopefully they'll start to perk up. I have heard some peeping out of these guys, or at least one or two of them, so that's good. But yeah, just not good right now.
So it's been 72 hours since what happened with the nightmare and the chicks being shipped. Thankfully now, as you can see behind me, they are all moving around their brooder as they should, eating and drinking and enjoying a nap. You can see them over here. They are happy little chicks right now. They have survived the worst possible shipping nightmare you could imagine. All told, we lost 64 chicks out of 104. And you talk about a humbling experience. You can see my cat there on the brooder box checking out the chicks. It's one of her favorite things to do. She can't get in there. But thankfully now they are warm, they are fed, and I think we're going to be fine to go forward with this year's crop. So thankfully, you know, it could have been a lot worse. We could have lost our entire shipment. 64 out of 100 is a lot, but we're very thankful. Our hatchery, Meyer Hatchery, has agreed to offer replacements for us. So we will be receiving new chicks, replacement chicks, the first part of May. So we'll probably do another video then. Hopefully it'll be a little less dramatic than this one. All I can say is when you're farming, you've got to be as tough as you can possibly be, and don't be surprised at a moment's notice when things can go wrong. Until next time.